Alright, here we go. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of my trip to Thailand to study Muay Thai. In this week's episode, we just go for a walk around the neighborhood and another humdrum day at Santai Muay Thai. Hope you guys can enjoy the show. Let's get into it. This morning, and now I'm just gonna go for a little walk just to get some fresh air, move around a bit. Yeah, I got yawning, I know that feeling. And then come home, I'm gonna do some physical therapy, warm up my shoulders, and I'm gonna go to the gym and work out. And that's about it. Then probably come home. I really gotta get to editing, but damn, I just can't be bothered to sit back down. But I'm gonna try to get to that today. Yeah, the market back here, this is hold on, let me pull up. This market is actually on the main road. If you're just, when you head walking from the school and you get to the main road, if you make it right, you go down, it'll be on your left hand side. I think it's between the 7-Eleven and I forgot the name of the other supermarket. And I've never really shopped at these markets because I'd rather just buy something at a convenience store. I can trust it a bit more there. No offense, great, wonderful people of Thailand, but I've seen a lot of these outdoor markets, and I'm not into the whole buying a thing that's just been sitting out there for some time. You know, granted, I will say this: I've not gotten any food poisoning from eating market food, but it's also something I don't know. It's, you walk by, there's a lot of stuff that you'd see that it's like, oh, I don't know about that. That seems a little bit risky. So, you know, it's up to you. If you are brave enough to try some of the food, go for it. But typically, oh, it just hit me. The reason why it's usually safer on the weekend markets is because they're setting up the stall that day. They're setting up, like in the markets that I've shown in other episodes. Those market stands are probably just maybe the food's been sitting out maybe an hour, whereas here they could be sitting out all day long. So it's nice to walk around and look at the stuff and be like, oh wow, whimsical, I don't see anything like this back home. But if you're gonna order food, just stick to Grab. Stick to the highest rated things on Grab, things that, you know, granted, of course, you still can get food poisoning, but in my experience, it's been the safest for me. Wanted to check out this little spot underneath the bridge that I always cross on my way to get weed.
So now I kind of got to take a piss, and I want to go ahead and like do some training, but I see that there's a lot of markets. So there's a market up the road that I want to check out, and I don't know, maybe today, instead of being cooped up in my room, maybe I'll go just grab my camera and do some photography, just see whatever I see, you know what I mean? But it'll probably be better to do it later in the day when there's more light, but there's also more heat. I was like, let's go check out this market. It's actually, I think, back there, but I'm gonna go this way just to make sure. This market's kind of dead. Ain't nothing going on here, so I'm just gonna head back.
And then after my little journey to go re-up on medication, I went back to the gym and I did a little bit more catch-up training in my at the school. So I hope you guys were able to enjoy this week's episode. This week's episode, much like a few others, again, just to illustrate the idea that not every day is going to be action-packed. So it's certainly not just because I have content, I'm throwing content for this out there just for the sake of trying to pump out a video once a week. That'd be absurd. Of course, I would never do something like that. But it does kind of paint a grander picture of, you know, who the fuck am I kidding? Like, hey, you know what, guys? The content that I have, in part, yeah, I want to stay on top of being able to upload something every week. For this week, this is what I got for you guys to see. But in another way, it is kind of important for you to understand that when you come out here, and if you're gonna come out here for a long period of time, yeah, man, I sound like a broken record saying this, but not every day is gonna be action packed. And even the days that are, you know, there's stuff to do, you're gonna realize you're gonna be doing the same shit day in and day out. So you better find a way to make peace with that, because otherwise it could end up driving you crazy. So if you liked this week's episode, if you like what I've been doing so far, I'm uploading every Wednesday. I'd really appreciate it if you could drop a sub, like, comment, any amount of feedback. Hey, it's not going to take you much time. Subscribing is completely free, and it'll definitely help me along the way. Any little bits of validation that I can get on YouTube will be fantastic, so that way it can feed my fragile ego. And with all that stuff being said, guys, again, I really appreciate y'all stopping by, and I'll catch you in next week's episode. Peace.